Hey there. I believe that, are we all online?
Angie, you're still there?
I am here. Yep.
We should be back on the regular meeting. So I took the notes on the recording. I think we lost internet here for a minute and everything worked out.
Okay. So we're now back in the open a regular meeting for staff updates.
In addition to the updates that are in your packet, I did put together that rolling calendar and I sent out an email about that. If you have any questions about that or want to discuss that or have any feedback, I'm always open to that. I wanted to just check in with the board. Trustee Price had mentioned in an email to me that she wouldn't be available for the board retreat on Friday. And I did schedule that based on the 3 times that she gave me that was available, but unfortunately it would be really best if all of the board could be there to participate in that in the retreat if we are in fact going to hold a retreat. So I'm just looking for some direction from the board in that regard.
Well, I just want to apologize to my fellow board members. I have a closing on a real estate deal, which finalized on the last minute, and you don't really get to choose your time and date. And then after that, that's at 2 o'clock. And then after that, I have a daughter that I have not seen for 10 months that's making a mad dash into town. And I'm sorry that family will always come first. And I did give those 3 dates, and sometimes stuff happens. So it's up to the rest of the board. You guys are more than welcome to have it without me, or we can reschedule.
Can we reschedule for an earlier time? I mean, an earlier day or
A later day.
a later day?
Absolutely. I'm just hoping that we can coordinate a time that works for everyone so that we can all really get together and get some things taken care of.
I know for myself, I drove all the way from California to make this meeting and to make
You guys are more than
the
welcome
other
to have
meeting.
it.
So no, but the point is that if you want it, I think we should all be together, because I just think there's some things that need to be discussed. I think it's important for us all to be together, but I can tell you that I will be back. Denise and I will be back on the 20th of April, and I'll be here until the 5th of June. So if you want to do sometime between those dates, then I'll be more than willing to be a part of it. I'd like to be a part of it. So, anytime after April 20th, and anytime before June 5th.
You don't want to have it on Easter?
I don't care. I'm not much of an Easter person. My kids are out of the house.
By changing it and it being a quorum, it still has to be posted for the public if they want to attend.
And still on a Friday, I mean,
Friday's okay with me.
to the same time.
Do you
same
want it in
place.
an evening, or do you want it?
2 to 5 is fine with me. I mean, I don't work on Friday. Other than side stuff, but whatever.
What about a 5 o'clock meeting tomorrow?
Are you here tomorrow?
Oh, we don't have enough time
We
to
don't
do a
have-
posting.
Sursa is going to be doing a training with y'all. They're going to come out. There's someone from their general counsel on the 22nd to provide the Sursa training, and maybe shortly after that it would be beneficial, like that week of the 22nd. Maybe if a Friday is what you all are looking at, that would be the 25th.
Yes.
Are you back that day?
What time?
Are you back on April 25th?
We're back, yeah, we're back here on April 20th. I mean, that's a Monday. We're back on Sunday, April 19th, so anytime after April 19th on the 20th. Does that work? Sometime after that, the week. So that would be, the following Friday would be like the 25th, yeah. It's good with me.
It works for me now. Unfortunately, my mother-in-law had a stroke and is in the hospital as of last night. But everything is on hold. So I assume that I will be here at this point.
Sorry to hear that, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
So does the 25th sound like the date for now, tentatively?
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Norm?
I'm not sure what, I'm leaving for, see my daughter. And this month sometime, I don't know what the exact date's on.
Do you know when you'll be back?
I'm just gonna go for the weekend,
Okay.
Oh, so should we move to a Thursday?
so. Thursday, but let me find out from my wife, I don't know what day we're leaving. I don't want to say and tell you a date, I don't know for sure. So,
That's fair.
let me find out what day I got. Going down there. Texas, and then I'll let you know. We should be able to let you know tomorrow. Will that be all right?
That's up to y'all, so I'm happy to coordinate. So just let me know.
Well, even for me, I guess I can take time off during the day, on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I mean. I know you're retired,
Yeah,
but so I'm open to any time truly,
Yeah, man, too.
so whenever y'all decide,
When
find out.
are you leaving, Gary?
We're leaving, in June, the first weekend of June. Yeah, we're here until June 6th, 7th. So I'm here till the 5th of June.
What date are you leaving in the very near future?
To go to California.
I'm leaving on the 5th of June to go to California. The 6th,
This month,
no, June.
okay, but.
I'll be here all May.
Okay, we're not in May, we're in April. What day are you leaving, sir?
Cause you said you're.
Oh, I'm going back to California. I was gonna go Friday after our meeting.
Okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
okay,
I'm going
immediately.
with you. Yeah, people I need to
And
see.
then you'll be
So
back.
I could spend hours on the 20 freeway.
That's fun. That's why you buy a motorcycle,
Yeah.
So
I was
Norm,
gonna open my
Norm
door.
will get back with you tomorrow as to what date he is leaving with his wife to see the daughter, whether it's Friday, and we can possibly do it previous Thursday
Okay.
instead of the 25th.
Okay, so the 24th or the 25th pending Norm letting me know. I'll wait to hear from him. And then did you all want to keep the same time, 2 to 5? I could do really any time during the day or even in the evening if that accommodates all of your schedules better for those that work.
2 to 5 is fine with me.
Yeah,
That's 2 to 5?
Yes, sir.
On the 25th.
24th or 25th.
24.
Or 5th, I'm find out.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Another thing while we have Angie here is, I think, especially with now that we have 2 new trustees, Angie did ask for feedback on the 3-mile plan. And I know I gave feedback. Did everybody else give feedback she asked for the 3-mile plan?
I read it. The only thing I really saw is that they didn't have Terry's name in there as a previous board member. They had maybe somebody else listed twice or something.
But my point is that, you know, that if she's asked for it, then I think we should take the time to respond. Same thing in terms of when a request was made about the, you know, some feedback about and hiring the new, town manager and or town clerk. I mean, she sent a document in, and to my knowledge, I was the only one that responded to
I
that.
responded to that,
Yeah, you respond, what wasn't your response? What was your response?
that, I wanted to put having a town administrator on hold for now and focus on a clerk. So we're required by law to have a clerk, treasurer, attorney. That's
Okay.
it.
But weren't there specific questions about what you're looking for in that particular clerk? I mean, did you not respond to that?
It was more about the administrator.
No, this is about hiring those positions. I'm just saying, if we're being asked for feedback to help her or anybody else we have in that position,
Right,
then we should provide the feedback.
right.
And it's irresponsible to not answer it. If we want to work together, if we want to get, you know, some feedback on the 3 mile plan. I mean, I read the whole thing just like you did. And it was good that I read it because, you know, in some case, it's cookie cutter. A lot of that stuff that they were suggesting for us wasn't really applicable to the size of our town and everything else like that. But if we can't give feedback to our administrator or our clerk, then we're not giving them the proper guidance. So I think we should do that. And for now, and whoever we end up hiring.
I can resend the questionnaire about the ideal candidate for the leadership, for the roles that are in my scope of work, right? Those were defined in my scope of work. But without input and, you know, consensus on the structure, that's, I think, the part of the challenge for me in you know, getting the hiring process going. We are running out of time, you know, it's been, you know, 2 months and we still haven't had a board retreat, and I've been trying and trying and trying to get everybody in a room to deal with, you know, creating our strategic plan on how we're going to go forward together as a team in a collaborative, productive manner. And I'd like to see us moving this along because my contract is going to be running up and I'd like to get off your payroll. You know, I'd like to get things going, work together, get these positions hired for you, bring you some good applicants, hopefully, be able to tell those applicants that the board's, you know, turned a new leaf. It's all new today and forward instead of past all the time. And just get this done so I can get off your payroll. I'll resend that questionnaire. If you have some time, especially for the new folks on the board, it'd be good to get your input and on what your ideal candidate would be like. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No. Item 15.
Trustee informational items for future agenda and upcoming meeting dates, see rolling calendar. And of course, public correspondence. And the adjournment,
I have a list of requests for the next agenda.
okay?
Okay, one item I'd like to see on the next agenda is the water line for the school, that we can separate every purchase, every attorney cost for that, because from what I understood, that it was not gonna cost us anything to get them the DOLA grant, but it's costing us a lot, so if we can start rolling that cost back over to the school, can that be an agenda item? And then I would also like an agenda item to look into surveillance, direction and discussion for surveillance in town hall. A lot of accusations are coming out of here, and that would put that to rest. My next, are you writing this stuff down, Dusty? Okay, do you need a sec?
No, you're good.
Okay, I'd also like to request the agenda item that a detailed report of deposits be added to our expenditures. We have a breakdown of every cost. We don't have a breakdown of deposits. We just have a lump sum. I don't need to see every utility deposit, but there can be a summary like utility deposits or.
Weekly, daily, monthly, like how would you like that information broken down by week?
By the monthly expenditure, just to add the summary of a detailed report of deposits. And any transfers from other accounts listed also. I'd like the discussion for Tammy Clark to give a presentation on fireworks, ground show, and a band, if she's still interested in doing that.
Was that already discussed with Miss Clark? Or with Tammy earlier?
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay, so she knows it'll be on the next agenda already, or?
it could have been inconclusive. She talked about getting a proposal together.
yes, she said if we wanted a proposal, and we did ask her for a proposal, so if we could put that on the next agenda, we won't know what the proposal is.
But it wouldn't hurt to reach out to her to tell her she is on the agenda for sure, because I don't think it was very conclusive what we decided.
No, it was up in the air because we had to hear from
The other committee.
the other two, and it's like, they just can't work together right now. That's crazy.
It's sad. Internet upgrade. I would like the discussion of an internet upgrade added to the agenda.
An internet upgrade in regard to town hall, in regard to broadband? In
In
regard to?
regards of town hall.
Town hall, it's like tonight, it dropped out. The first time it did this, and they called it technical difficulties, was when, that I recall, was when I went to the presentation for the broadband before it ever started being put in the ground.
Well, Gary, not only does he have a hard time hearing, but the delay, and that delay is from poor internet service. So I'm not trying to insult the internet service.
No.
I'm trying to see.
I read the numbers, the ping and the lapse, coming back from the down and the up. So, and I'm open to.
Well, your current provider might have an upgraded. My guy has like 3 tiers. And so if staff could figure out if our current provider has an upgraded download, I don't know what it's called.
So what happened with the raffle?
Oh,
Was there somebody's name that was
Oh, can you
selected?
draw that, Kendall? Can you draw the raffle?
And the thing is, the town purchased 10 seats.
We gave them a donation of 3,000.
Okay, we donated 10 seats.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we're gonna have one. So we need to notify them so that they have a waiting list so that they can sell those vacant seats that we don't fill.
Right. Are you and Denise interested in going, or you're leaving Friday? Oh, you're.
I'm not gonna go, but what I'm saying is if we donated for 10 seats and we have a table of 10, and there's gonna be one person at that table, then we should notify them so that, because I've been told that they have a waiting list, so.
So how many people are in there, that's who will be. But I think.
We have to draw, right, we can notify them if there's extra tickets.
Yeah, well, I guess if we notify Hope West and they'll, because they don't issue tickets. We just give them the name at the door and they say, okay, well, you sit here.
Mhm.
But then what I'm saying is I think then we should notify Hope West, and I got a contact person, and let them know that you could go ahead and sell those people who are on the waiting list.
Exactly.
Because it's like a double,
Well, first we'll see how many
Yeah.
people are interested.
well, but I thought that was only like one person out of all those that were interested.
No,
No, it
No.
was.
It was gonna be all of them?
It just
Well,
whoever
yeah.
in the town was interested to go because of the citizens of the
and
town.
there's 10 seats,
Yeah.
so.
So if we got 30 entries, then 10 would go. If we got 10 entries, 10 could go.
None of the staff want to go, right? And,
I asked around and I was told no.
I think the whole situation is pretty messed up. I don't think it's out of our realm to have done this. I think, if we didn't have anybody interested, then we just contact Hope West, let them know we're not gonna utilize them so that they can turn around and sell those.
Part of mine was, this is the taxpayers' money, we're forwarding it to them, let's give them the opportunity to go. A lot of them can't pay $100 for a ticket. This is what they do in other municipalities that I've talked to, and there's extra tickets. So that was the idea, let's pay it forward to people who wouldn't have that opportunity to go.
So it's good for people who don't live in town as well.
We didn't set up any parameters, we just said
it's for the
It
community.
was the,
a community,
Yeah, it
it was
was,
kind of last minute,
yeah.
so.
so that happens next year.
Right, we can add it to the agenda and motion and vote on what we'll do with the tickets.
Who got tickets, sir? I gotta get up at 5 hours.
Okay. Kathy Harris,
Yay.
Who lives in Mesa.
she was a judge she was a judge for us.
Volunteer,
Ronnie Galloway,
2 tickets.
and she's requesting 1 ticket. Ronnie Galloway is requesting 2, I guess for he and his wife.
Mhm.
Lonnie Stout requests 2 if possible. 1 will do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We'll have a number.
And Terry,
Yeah, that's Ed's one.
so
Terry,
Terry and Ed.
Does it make 2?
It says 2, request 2, so they would like to go. So that's 7, so 3 can, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the other 3 can go back to Hope West and they can resell them and make some more money.
and Terry was contemplating taking her name out, she said.
Yeah, well, then there's one.
If
Yeah.
she can always turn it back to the town and the town can turn it back to Hope
Or
West.
she can give them to a friend.
Okay.
It's her tickets.
How about next time we all be on the same sheet of music on something like this?
I
Absolutely,
completely agree. It should have been added to the agenda.
100%.
You were on Zoom, weren't you?
He couldn't hear much,
Oh.
but we just.
No, sounds good, but this is all done after it's all set off. and everything.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Well,
well, it's in, but it was,
he left after adjournment.
So we're in agreement, if they don't take them, that we will give them back to Hope West, and Hope West can resell
Yes,
them. Okay.
I think what I understand is you submit, we give the information Hope West and they just go to the door and they have that information and.
Do we have physical tickets, Angie? I thought you said they dropped off 10 physical tickets, no?
I do not know if they're physical tickets. Carla does have the tickets or
Yeah.
information about that because I wasn't here last year when that happened, so.
No, let me be
No.
clear. I do not have the tickets. The never have touched tickets.
Oh,
Jenny
sorry.
from Hope West asked who from the town would be attending. I believe based on a prior experience I had, you go to the front. We notify them of who's going to take the tickets. They prepare packets and then the person goes to the front door and they receive their ticket. It's an on-call basically, but I do not have the tickets. Please, let's be clear. I do not have the tickets.
Carla, sorry about that.
Thank you, Carla.
So who's gonna contact those people?
I can if nobody wants to.
Do you want to, or do you prefer to?
You're more than welcome to delegate it to me. I'm happy.
Do you mind doing it?
Okay.
After our training tonight, we're not supposed to take matters in our own hands, so if you don't mind doing it,
Oh, so are you ticket master?
you're now the ticket
I
master?
have no ticket.
You make $112 an hour?
Did you give her the phone numbers? Where's your paper?
That's good money.
Yeah, it's okay.
We should be so lucky.
Did they put their phone numbers on there?
Yeah, I think so.
I will. Once I get a hold of Hope West, I will get a hold of them. Find out from Hope West what I need to tell them as far as how they get their tickets and.
I think Hope West wants their names.
Right, so that they would be ready at the door.
Thank you for coming.
In the meantime, if something happens with my mother-in-law, I will let you know as soon as I know. So,
Yeah, we should have raffled off the cop car, you know.
We gave it.
well, we still have one, I don't think that's been disposed of.
There you go. See how many we can get to raffle that. But next time the raffle ought to be, you throw some money in, you know, okay, you buy a $20 raffle ticket, you know.
Well, or do like the high schools used to do, because they think it's a piece of junk or whatever. The high school, long time ago, would take a vehicle like that in donation and they would raffle it off and so many bands destroy it and then it would be taken to the crusher. So they got the money from people being able to bash it in and they got the money from the scrap for hauling it to the dinner.
Don't just take it to Sunnyside and blow it up.
But actually, to be honest with you, I think because of it has low hours. And just personal experience. It probably needs the fuel changed in the catalytic converter because the catalytic converter is probably plugged. From just sitting and idling, that's the hardest thing on those vehicles.
This adjourned, sir.
Are we done?
Yeah, if we'd like to make a motion, that's fine, otherwise we're adjourned.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good evening.
Oh, thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard, Bill. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Bailey.
Get some rest.
Like in it, cool.
You know, when I had the feeling for the janitors when they started there, I thought the teacher saying, you know what? You can just leave your room with a bunch of stuff.
See, you guys were good. The newer ones are horrible because they didn't. You know, like this. Now, who believes it's not right on the ground? I'll bring it in.
You know, in those days, we still had chocolate.
Oh, you know, we uncovered a couple.
Yeah.
That were covered up with, the whiteboard. So, kind of cool.
Yeah.
By all means. I would order it.
Anything else you need to?
No.
No? Good.
I'm gonna shut down and head home.